All right, y'all, so welcome back. I do want to say before we jump into these recordings with Miss Gwendolyn E. White, this content is being shared for educational and commentary purposes only. And at this time, I cannot verify many of the claims being made by Miss Gwendolyn E. White. The allegations and the statements coming directly from her are her perspectives. Now, some of what you are about to hear is emotionally intense. It's disturbing. So viewer discretion is definitely advised. Portions of her story, y'all, appear to be connected with documents, court filings, social media posts, recorded calls, and public records that are already circulating online. There is clearly a much larger story developing behind the scenes. And with this case eventually moving to trial, y'all, I think it's important to hear Gwendolyn's own words directly before the media narratives, courtroom arguments, and public opinion fully shape how people actually see her. And this is not legal advice, by no means. I'm not a lawyer. And this is not a declaration of fact, because I don't know none of these people. And it's not by no means a support of violence of any kind. So this is really just a simple attempt to understand the timelines and the allegations and the mindset surrounding one of the most talked about cases coming out of North Carolina. So y'all buckle in, because this one's a ride, y'all. All right, y'all ready? Here we go.
Doing like jail time? Yeah, he said, we're gonna put you involuntary in a mental hospital for 1 to 5 years or put you in jail. And I'm looking at John, and I'm like, did you not tell me that this was community or 150 days? I said, and you told me this stuff was going to be dismissed.
Yeah, I've never seen a charge. Yeah, for a misdemeanor stalking charge, I've never even seen that to be a possibility.
Yeah, but he said it's like the judge wants to threaten you. But the judge kept saying, we can put her in jail up to 1 year or 5 years, and or we can put her in a mental institution up to 1 year to 5 years. And I'm looking at John, I said, do you not know my mom's laying in my house dying? I said, are you for real? He said, Miss White, stop talking. I don't want them to know that you can talk. What do you mean you don't want them to know that I can talk? I can talk.
Yeah.
I said, Mr. Lua, I told you the same thing I've told everyone else. In the morning, I take my pain meds. I said, I'm not taking morphine. They got me up to 160 milligrams a day. 160. Does that not tell you how much pain I was in? I'm still in that same level of pain, but now I'm taking gabapentin. But the pain is still sitting here. It doesn't go away just because the meds change. I'm still in the same level of pain. Now, either the pain is there or the pain isn't there, and I have to suffer through it. So I'm suffering through it. I told him, when I take meds in the morning, you want me to be at court at 9 o'clock. I got to take the medicine between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. I said, you're going to bring me in court and tell me to sit here and talk. I'm doing just fine. I'm communicating. Then all of a sudden, after I get to a desk, and I'm like, what just happened? Then I can't talk. And I'm like, was I not just... And then about 30 minutes after I leave court, all of it wears off. And I'm like, what's going on? So when I went to the hospital, I asked the doctor.
That's when you asked about your medication?
I asked about my medications. And I said, can you please do a heavy metal test to see what's going on? And they came back and said arsenic. Arsenic is a hard word.
It is.
So I'm sitting here saying to myself, if the heavy metal test that Poison Control authorized to be done, why is it that someone isn't protecting me and my mother? Why do you have them sequestered saying, I'm doing something to them when you know I haven't done anything to anybody? You got a black Silverado truck that follows me. I got pictures of it.
Is it the same truck? Well, I'm not sure if you knew. Is it the same truck that took pictures from you that night?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't know who was behind me when we were on Avalon 70. So I can't tell you that. Only thing I know is just like, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I'm on Capitol Boulevard going down the street, and all of a sudden I have this black Silverado truck blacked out right behind me again. I'm like, okay.
Are you still being followed now?
I have no idea. But the last time that I saw the black Silverado truck was... Hold on, I'll tell you. Because I took a picture of it. I just took a picture of it. I think it was like a day or so ago. I think it was like Tuesday, because today's Thursday. Because I went to photos. I went to photo recent. Here we go. Right here. Yesterday at 12:44. You see the black truck in the rearview mirror?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a black Silverado truck. I'm going down Capitol. I go to Mayflower. And as I'm at Mayflower, the truck comes in. And then then next thing, I'm going back to the house. He's back behind me again. I'm like, okay. But I don't get why. I've talked to the U.S. Marshal downtown. A friend of mine called the U.S. Marshal in Washington, D.C. And I said, can you please help me try to figure out what's going on? And everybody comes back and say, Rolesville and your son. I don't have any connection with my son anymore. My son hit me in the face right here. Gave me 28 stitches because I wouldn't give him money.
How long has it been since you had a relationship with your son, y'all?
Actual good relationship?
Well, a relationship in general.
My son showed up Mother's Day at my house. Yeah, he showed up Mother's Day with some flowers at my front door after he went next door. He came to my front door and he said, I have flowers for you for today. Never said, hey, Mom, how you doing? Happy Mother's Day. I said, until you apologize to me for hitting me in the face and lying on me, I have nothing. I had a good life. I had a peaceful life. All I wanted to do was live out my life with my mom. I bought us a little grand yellow house in Rolesville with a little piece of land. I thought we were good. My mortgage was $1,400 on a house of 3,100 square feet. I was doing good.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't care who was next door. That's your property. Judge McCullough told us to move. I moved. I've moved 5 times trying to just get away from this. And I keep going back to James Gordon and say, did you not tell me this was over with? Why am I still going through it? Then I hired Blackness Detective Agency, and they come back, we can't infiltrate Roseville police or what's going on with your son. That's all I keep hearing. I don't know any of the connections. I just know I'm not dealing with my son. He doesn't come to my house. My son stole my medicine, my mother's medicine in 2012, 2023. That was before the car accident.
What you said?
2012, 2023.
Oh, he did it twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did it several times. But the car accident was in 2014. So during that time frame, we stopped him from coming to the house because of what he was doing. I kept smelling weed, so I stopped. I said, I'm not going to help you. Get in college. Do something with your life. Stay out of the streets. The streets ain't going to do nothing but do 2 things. Teach you a horrible lesson or kill you. You are a black male. I've tried to protect my child. I don't understand why his girlfriend went in my medical records at Duke in 2016. Got the letter from Duke, it's a breach. Then my son goes with his dad to an attorney called Jesse Jefferson and say, how can I make my mom look crazy? Then this crap shows up in my medical records. And everybody keeps saying, if you keep pushing this regarding your medical records, you understand that they're going to have to arrest these people for going in your medical. But you haven't done it yet. You haven't done it.
You've been the only one consistently interrupted.
Yes.
Interrupted by this.
My life is destroyed. It ain't interrupted. It's destroyed. And the state is allowing this stuff to perpetuate more and more and more and more. Because you already know what's going on. Judge McCullers heard it for himself. It's not what I said. It's what they heard for themselves. Miss White walked away. The white gentleman said in court, she won't do nothing. All she do is walk away. He said she'll say Jesus and she'll walk away and fix it and she'll walk away. Give it to him and walk away. I did the same thing with these people over 100 times. You come up to me, you swing at me. Okay, until you hit me. You pull your car on the front tail end. You know, at that particular time last year, I was in a scooter, riding a scooter, walking with my little blue walker or bent over. Everybody sees me on the street when I can walk and when I can't. I have those days. You park on the front and on the back. You knew at that time, every other day or every day I was going to pain management. So you blocked me so I couldn't move my car. I got a doctor's appointment. What am I going to do? Then they said in court, well, she called the police 37 times. Okay, subtract how many times that I called because my mother was sick. Subtract how many times I called because I couldn't feel from my waist down and I'm in pain and I'm trying to get to the front door and they find me. Subtract all of that. How many times did I actually call about this neighbor? About 5 or 6 times. If you actually subtract it correctly. So it wasn't like she called 37 times.
About the same.
Okay, then you say, well, in Rolesville, she called 181 times. Not true. Actually go back and look at what Chief Simmons, Captain Barnes, and Detective Williams said. Miss White called because her house was being broken into. In Wake County Court, Damon McCullers heard from Attorney Paige Feldman, said every time Miss White left her house, the next door neighbor broke in the house. That's not what I'm saying. That's what they said in open court. Judge McCullers sealed off the room. He said, I want to know what actually happened to Miss White. She said, Your Honor, please. Please, Your Honor, you don't want to hear this. He said, tell me, up under the North Carolina Bar Association, tell me the truth. Is Miss White telling the truth? Yeah. She said the part that hurt the most was they broke in her house. Miss White had a bottle of water. They put cocaine around it. She fell out in the floor. They put a pillow over her face and they crushed her chest. Did you hear what I said? They crushed her in the chest. They put her on the bed and they left her.
Definitely overtime to get this settled, to get this handled, and to get you to, hopefully, the justice that you deserve, because the wrong lives are destroyed.
I bought that house. I bought that house. And I look at my mom. And I blame me. I watched my mom bleed from her nose, her mouth, her eyes, her butt. Because I bought that house. And the pastor said, it's not your fault. But I blame me because I bought that little grand yellow house thinking, Jonesville Road, we're from Jones County. My parents had a little yellow and gray house. I'm going to give my mom a little yellow and gray house.
So all of your intentions were very pure, very genuine. It's not your fault. And I know that this doesn't land as far as like a solution.
I'm in court regarding something that I ain't even done. When all they have to do is look at the facts and tell the whole truth and not part of it. Fine, it's in my medical records, but tell the other part that it was removed because it was fraudulent. Tell the rest. Duke Hospital won't even give me a copy of the full investigation. And I've asked and asked.
Your attorney, please bring that up, because your attorney should be able to subpoena and be able to get the full record. I know that.
She ain't even called me back yet.
Yeah, she's back next Monday, so she let me know via text that that's when she would.
But what do I do? All of this stuff. And I didn't even want to go in all of it. I just came here to be in compliance, and I'm going to stay in compliance. But it has to stop at some point in time. Attorney James Little said, "You're being set up, Miss White, because of..."
1 second. I think I'm late for a meeting.
Hi, Amy's back.
But after I'm finished up, I'll be there. Sorry about that.
I'm being set up. Walk away, Miss White. Christopher Reed, Miss White, don't do anything, just keep walking away. Okay. Everybody can sit here and tell me who goes in and out of my house. And everybody can tell people you can't go in my house. But I'm paying that mortgage. Why are you standing here calling us N-words and all this stuff? I have yet to call these two females anything other than their first name. You can tell when someone is a street person and when somebody's not. I have not said anything derogatory this whole time.
That's right.
I have said nothing but their names or next door neighbors. And I do the same thing when I'm talking to this young lady. I'm not that type of person. But I don't understand why the only thing I did was bought a house in Rolesville, have me and my mom been put through. When I did exactly what Judge McCullers told us to do. Sell the house. James Little, after we sold the house, bought the house for $350, owed I think $283, sold it for $555. James Little got a phone call from those attorneys. We want that money that she got from the asset of selling that house. And he said, no, she's taking care of her mother. I said, if it makes them happy, give it to her. He said, nope, not doing it. He said, I'm not doing it. He said, they said you'll never be happy with it. And they've been destroying me ever since. Ever since. Why? What? Go back and look at the record. Craig Lockshill said in front of Judge McCullers, that nigger needs to die. She's smart. He said, stop calling Miss White out of her names. You heard in court that I was telling the truth. Why have y'all not done anything? Do I not have civil rights? Am I not a U.S. citizen? Do I not have the right to show you my evidence? No. I'm sorry, you're black. I've never in my life said this so much. My color has nothing to do with who I am. I'm an individual with a soul. I don't bother nobody. Nobody. And you're just trying to push me over an edge. Why?
There's no legitimate answer. There's no reason for it. No true line of reason.
But if you actually look at the evidence, you will see it's not me. They did it to me. But I'm sorry, I'm black. I'm supposed to just peel this off and put something else on, and then maybe you can actually listen to me. Oh, I'm sorry. She takes spinal cord medicine. So since she takes spinal cord medicine, she's crazy. No, I'm not. I just walk away from you. Then you bring up all this stuff. She got this. I've had guns in my life, my whole life. Still ain't picked up one of them. I'm not that type of person. And all of my friends and family say, you need to fight, you need to fight, you need to fight. But I keep sitting here saying, the law of the land will eventually fix this. But it hasn't. Then you get in court and talk openly about fraudulent PHI and my mother, and then violate our right even more. Because I'm black. And color has nothing to do with this arrangement. Well, it does, but it shouldn't. The facts should stand on the facts. Even John Lewis said, if you just look at the restraining orders that Miss White had versus what they have, you'll see that it's a duplication. Miss White actually filed this first. She went to the magistrate, and then she went to the DV unit, and 4 judges. 2 judges did a restraining order. Judge Parker revised the restraining order because they kept blocking my car. And then you got 2 more with the show cause. And then we got to court that day, and the DA said, we're coming after you. And I just sat there and said, okay. Because I have no voice because of this. And then you want to say I can't talk. Have I not been talking to you?
Yeah, you skipped a beat.
Have I been unclear about anything? So do you think I'm doing delusional? If so, tell me right now.
I haven't picked up on it.
So I don't get this.
So I know, I don't
You're
want
fine.
to cut you off. I do have to hop into the
You're
meeting
fine.
with my team. So what I will do is I will reach out to your attorney again to let her know that we spoke, that the whole kind of summary of what we spoke about, and then hopefully my plan is to hopefully have her connect with you next week, and then us all connect. Maybe because, I don't want to take up more of your time, more of your energy, more of your time away from your mom if this is not something that your capacity is restored. So even if it's something that they want to go through the full program, then it's something that we could tailor. And I'm open to working around like what your needs are. If it's something that we do have to go through.
And if we do have to go through this, then on the back end, the state will be sued. Because I don't have this in my record. I have a clean background, like the judge said. He said, she ain't never been in trouble. No. I obey the law of the land. But this is crazy. Now, I've been set up. If you want to see the evidence is right here. My home's been broken into. You destroyed 1 laptop. Officer Reed even said, get everything off the laptops and put them on flash drives. And Miss White, wherever you go, keep them flash drives on your body. Don't put them nowhere else.